everyone, welcome to Tea Time with Ty. I'm Ty. I had all of my Instagram followers ask me a couple questions so we can do a Q&A. And basically today's tea is all about me. So sit down, grab you a little something to drink, grab you some tea, chill out, enjoy the day. And let's just get into it. Let's talk about me. And I literally think about my life like all day, every day, because I don't want to live a normal life, you know? But I really start with probably saying that I would like to get my peace of mind back because school has really drained the life out of me. Like, I'm trying to find who Tybrany is outside of school, who I am, without like a teacher's validation, because I was smart and I was gifted before somebody told me, And I feel like we get so caught up in academia and that validation that I'm really trying to fight for it, but at the same time fight against it because I want to validate myself, not be validated by others. So I just kind of want to take a break and relax. I want to be able to, just really work on me for a minute. In between that, I do plan to apply to grad school because I do want to go and get my master's. I'm thinking about getting my master's in either education administration, so I could be a boss in the education system, or either becoming a professor because I do want to teach. And I would like to teach on the collegiate level because I feel like, I don't know, I just love college kids. Like, I like college kids and I like little babies. So I also would like to start my Montessori school, and a Montessori education school just develops natural interests of kids. And I always feel like, what would we have chosen to be our careers, or what would our interests be if we were able to organically develop that on our own, not just someone say, oh, you're gonna be a doctor just because everybody else in your family is a doctor. So yeah, I would like to start a Montessori school, and I already have the name for it. It's going to be Mustard Seed Academy. And why I chose that name is because you have to have faith as small as a mustard seed. And I want to instill that in my kids that, it's not about what you can't do. It's just about how are you going to figure out how to make it happen and get it done for yourself. And I just want to empower them. I want to have definitely a Black history component. We're going to be out in the fields. You see my little house over here. I want to teach the kids everything that I can because I feel like our school system does a terrible job at giving our kids life skills. I feel like they don't teach us shit about taxes. They don't teach us how to grow our own food or how to be healthy or build communities. Like, they always say like, oh, if you support this local fundraiser, it does da-da-da-da this in your community. But I would just like to see it done in a different perspective, in my way. I plan to travel to is Thailand because I really want to go to Bangkok. I want to go and try all the street food and get fat. And I also heard that it's very inexpensive to go tour Thailand. I heard it's just expensive for the flight. So I love feeling like I could kind of live like a king over there or a queen over there. With my monies, I would like to also buy some jade while I'm there. And then I also want to go to the Dominican Republic. I love Latin American countries. Like, Latin American countries just feel like home to me, because Latin American people are, of Afro descent. So literally our culture and African culture has meshed through the Latin American culture, and it's just like, boom, a cultural fusion. It makes me feel really at home. And I also want to go to Dubai. I've been learning Arabic since I was in high school. I lost it because I never got to use it. So now I'm teaching myself again because I possibly would like to do like Teach for America. And the only thing I could say right now in Arabic is hello, my name is. So Mahaba ana ismi Ty. Just like literally so many adventures. Like, I have so many stories that I definitely want to write, but I want to take this time to talk about like Trinidad. Trinidad was a Cuban province, and it was the colonial province, so home of slave rebellions. There was also a story of Black female liberators, and I charge you guys to go Google Carlotta in Cuba to learn about her story. She freed, I think she freed about like 5 plantations in the area, and liberated all those people, you know, a Black woman. And I feel like, you know, how empowered would we be across the world if we knew how many of these unsung sheroes and heroes that we have that have fought for our liberation in the 16th century. Like, this fight has been going on for years, forever, and it's just like, it made me so proud to witness and to be there. We got to go on the plantation, and they don't call them plantations, they call them haciendas in Cuba, and they're in Spanish. And, you know, just seeing the beautiful landscape and understanding that, you know, it's hot as hell in Cuba, and they're working under these conditions. And like I said, it was only 2 people of color on the trip. So all the white kids are like, you know, oh, this is really, you know, cool, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting here, and it's just like, whenever you go to plantations as a Black person, you want to quote unquote enjoy it, but you can't, because you think of all the oppression and all the pain and all the whips and chains that you see and that you could kind of feel on your people. But I would say at that plantation, I didn't feel heavy. I felt empowered. I only got upset when I was sitting at the memorial, and I was just praying, you know, talking to the ancestors, like, thank you, God. Because, like, I feel like even though I may not be Cuban, her blood still runs through me, and she's empowered me. She's inspired me. Carlotta's inspired me. And I was just sitting there, you know, and the kids were like, yeah, we're ready to go to the beach. And I'm sitting here like, I'm sitting here carrying decades, centuries worth of pain, of hurt and neglect and just downright bullshit. And you over here telling me you want to go to the beach? You know, right now? This is what you want to do? And yeah, so that was a little bit of my experience. I plan to talk more about it, and I hope that you guys could read a little bit about my experience. But Cuba was my most favorite trip this far. Like, I even adopted a dog while I was there. Her name's Coco, my baby. R.I.P. to her. I got her from a beach when we went to, I think it was Santa Clara Beach, and she was in a little coconut, guys. And the man was just like, you know, oh, you know, take her. So I put her in my purse, and I snuck her back from the beach on the little auto bus, and I put her in my purse. I got to the hostel, and I was like, you know, just trying to feed her, and I'm gonna post some pictures and stuff, but she didn't make it. But it's really sad. Like, I can't even explain, you know, how many, yeah, it's just like, Cuba's just indescribable for me. I can't put it into words verbally. I have to literally write them down. One of the questions was, am I looking forward to life after college? I'm looking forward to life after college, yes. I definitely am gonna miss undergrad, but I'm a butterfly. I keep evolving. I go through my ugly caterpillar phase, and I just always come out new, more beautiful, stronger. So yeah, I'm ready for whatever life's got for me, and I'm ready to just make my impact, have fun, like, because life's too short. So I'm definitely about to turn up because I'm young. Someone asked me the best advice I've ever received, and if you know me, I'm always asking people for advice because I really like to get people's perspectives on things, because your perspective may not be the best, and it's always good to have good counsel. So I'm gonna read to you what my best advice was. So my friend Raul in Cuba, he always tells me to stay strong, because if anybody knows me, I'm a big ass crybaby. Like, I just cry. I always haven't been like this, like, definitely hard body youngin', but sometimes I just gotta cry because I can't get the words out to say like how I'm feeling. So he always tells me to stay strong. And Hood Healer, my girl, she always tells me to remain the highest in the room. And highest as in like the highest esteem, you know, carry yourself, walk with your head held high, remain the highest in the room. And I was like, oh, okay, I like that. Like, I'm gonna stay the highest in the room, sis. And one of my friends told me, Ryan, he was like, you know, talk as if you already got it. Like, he was like, we done already had it already. And I was like, oh, this nigga spitting. Like, I done already had it. Like, God didn't give me any of these dreams, any of these intuitions, any of this power, any of this knowledge without me already saying like, okay, it's a purpose for it. Like, we already got it. So just act like you got it. You know, fake it till you make it. It's definitely real. And okay, so I went to this biker club in Atlanta, and this lady, she was maybe in like her 40s, but real pretty lady. She didn't, you know, black don't crack. And she was talking to me and my friends because we're flirting with these biker dudes, getting us buying drinks and stuff. And she told us, she said, and I need all my girls to get a pen down and listen. She said, have fun with these niggas, but don't have these niggas babies. And I just want to say, period. Like, we was really sitting there like, yes, ma'am. And she meant that shit too. So have fun with these niggas, but don't have these niggas babies until they give you a ring, a commitment, and a wedding. There you go. So yeah, another advice I've received is God changes us through frustration. It's a catalyst for change. You gotta be upset with your predisposition to change. And basically that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, when you have that, how do I describe it? Like that notion that you just like, man, I don't like where I'm at. You could change it, you know, ask God to give you the power to change it. Like, I know it seems so like, oh yeah, Ty, you know, whoop. And I know it's not going to happen overnight, but if you keep working at it every day, you keep working at it, and you are trying to get over your frustrations are something that you could change. You won't always be frustrated about that. And basically my grandmother gave me this really good advice. She told me to always stay pretty, always stay educated, and read, because they hide information from the Negro in books. Like, y'all see these books behind me? I literally call myself a book thief, because if I ever see a book that I want, I'm gonna ask, but 9 times out of 10 I'm just gonna take it, because knowledge is power, and I look at those as my reparations because my ancestors weren't allowed to read books. So yeah, knowledge is power. My mother, she told me, you be the player. And that's just self-explanatory. Like, don't let these folks play you. You be the player. You set the plays, okay? And my favorite teacher at Xavier told me to live petty. And she was saying that because in academia, I was always just like, you know, how can I tell the true histories of Black folk or people in the African diaspora on this world stage, because I feel like nobody ever wants to hear. And she said, live petty. She was like, you know, always point out what they do, always point lemon pepper chicken wings, my friends, my family, traveling, getting a plane ticket, and reading. I like to read. So like, if you ever give me a book is a gift, because it's knowledge, and knowledge is power. So I also like to receive books. I like to just go for walks. I love the beach. The beach makes me happy. Getting my nails done makes me happy. Like, I'm a happy person. Like, 9 times out of 10, I'm not upset or I'm not angry. So pretty much anything makes me happy. I love being called. That makes me happy. Like, tell somebody you're thinking of them. That makes me happy. Send me some flowers. I love flowers.